As you all may be aware of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, you may or may not be aware of South Africa and the vote that they just passed to remove the Israel diplomats and to, I guess, shut down the embassy. There are many other countries that have followed or actually led the way before South Africa. Bahrain, Belize, which is in the West Indies, the Caribbean, Chad, Chile, Colombia, Honduras, Jordan, Turkey, and now officially South Africa given a vote.
Honourable members, the question before the House is that the motion on the order paper as amended be agreed to. Voting will now commence. The doors will remain locked and no members are allowed to enter the virtual platform until voting is completed. The whips will now confirm the number of the members present in the chamber and on the virtual platform and also indicate if they vote for or against the question. The ANC.
Thank you, House Chair. The ANC in the chamber, 43. The ANC on the virtual platform, 157. Total 200. We vote in full support. Thank you.
Thank you. The DA.
There are 10 members on the House Chair, and there are 57 online, 67 in total voting against.
The EFF.
Thank you, House Chair. 30 on the virtual platform, 13 inside the House. We vote in favor of the motion. Thank you.
Thank you. The IFP.
Chairperson, 7 on virtual, 4 in the House, 11 voting against.
The FF Plus.
Thank you, Chairperson. 2 in the House, 7 on the platform, 9 votes voting against.
The ACDP.
Thank you, House Chair. 3 on the platform, 1 in the House, voting against.
Honourable members, the outcome of the division is as follows. There's no abstentions, 91 voted against, and 248 voted in favour, and the motion as amended is accordingly agreed to.
But there are some other underlining issues that took place earlier on in the year with the South African government. One pivotal point of their relationship with the West, namely the United States, is when the ambassador from the United States to South Africa, he is a Black man by the name of Brigady. He came out and accused South African government of supplying arms to Russia. He did this accusation in May of 2023, and he did it publicly on air.
Arming of Russia by South Africa with the vessel that landed in Simonstown is fundamentally unacceptable. We are confident that weapons were loaded onto that vessel, and I would bet my life on the accuracy of that assertion. Given that, the deviation from South Africa's policy of non-alignment by the actions of December 6th through December 8th are inexplicable.
Another scandal that happened to the government of South Africa is when the president and their delegation planned a trip to Ukraine and to Russia on a peace trip, if you will, in addition to the fact that Russia is a part of the BRICS. With that said, once the plane landed in Poland, they made all of the staff, for the most part, the security team, stand by on the tarmac, on the airplane, while Ramaphosa, the president of South Africa, was able to continue on with his journey first to Ukraine. That made the delegation from South Africa very angry. They claimed that they were on the tarmac and in the plane for hours in Poland, and that Ramaphosa, the president of South Africa, pretty much had to go into Ukraine without security, without a security team. Can you believe this? One of the people that was very, very vocal was Major General Wally Road, and he said this about that particular event.
She was strip searched. It never happened that we have strip searched anyone with a diplomatic passport just to get us out of here. Right? Now, they say we don't have permits. We have permits. The only difference is now they say we can't bring a copy of a permit. We must bring the original. Now, some of us have original permits. Right? The embassy here printed permits because I thought it's not necessary to have the originals here. Right? Now all of a sudden we must have originals. They are delaying us, right? They're putting the life of our president in jeopardy because we could have been in Kiev this afternoon already. Right? And this is what they are doing. And I want you guys to see this, right? How racist they are. When we started to open the packages, right, they wanted to rush, right, to confiscate our firearms. That's why we had to put it back.
They even lied to say that they negotiated with the crew for 11 hours, which they didn't.
That's the issues that we are dealing with. And I've told to call our media so that our media can see, so that they are here, so that we don't read stories from home of how we're wasting state's money. We didn't waste state money. We was sabotaged while we were here. Thank you.
Now, as you can see, it wasn't that difficult for South Africa's government to come to the vote of removing Israel's diplomats based on the fact that Israel is very close to the West. Whether or not the end result of their votes come to a conclusion of removing the entire diplomats and its embassy, who knows? But one of the things that the South African government have spoke about is that they've had a long-standing relationship with the Palestinian people ever since at least Nelson Mandela and Nelson Mandela's fight for the freedom of its people of South Africa. Please leave your thoughts, share, and subscribe. Thank you.